3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Falcons Corner, a cold, frigid Falcons Corner.
We'll just get it out of the way off the bat, but yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Falcons Corner. Voice, good guy, Ferg, SID, TD Tom, triple threat.
More so
Tom.
takedown.
Takedown Tom. It's a cold episode.
It is. But the heat's
freezing.
on in here, though.
The heat is not on anywhere else.
Right.
This is a new room, so the heat works.
Yeah.
For now.
Yes, for now.
You never know.
Yes.
But yeah, it's the Arctic blast, as I was told by my soon-to-be 6-year-old.
All right.
And I said, what's that? He said, well, the Arctic's cold, so I think it means it's cold. So for 3 days, he's been talking about Arctic blast because he heard it on the news one day.
That's all it takes.
But he's right. Tomorrow, single digits in the morning.
I know. How am I going to run? I'm not running.
Oh, I think I'll have to take it off, too.
Yeah, darn it. So, all right. Well, whatever. All right, let's go. Because it's almost the holidays.
Yeah, finals week here at Lackawanna College.
The end is near for us and our students for the winter break, so we're all looking forward to that. And more importantly for us, bowling next week.
Bowling got pushed back a week, I just saw this morning.
Yes.
I thought it was this Wednesday. It's been moved to next Wednesday.
I thought it was a little early.
I thought it was a little early,
I felt
too.
like it was a week early. So the 17th.
And the time is early, too. Usually we go at 11.
Yeah, I think we'll have to talk with Dr. Larson about that because if
that's gonna
we go
affect
too
lunch.
early, then we don't get lunch.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Well, it gives me another week to get my ball ready.
Yeah.
And my shoes all shined up.
Sure.
All right, maybe I'll go practice.
I was just thinking that, but then my arm will be sore and I won't be able to do it.
All right, so let's start with wrestling.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
The men were at Niagara on Saturday, and go ahead.
So Niagara, the Thunderwolves Open, it's one of the, I think it was the 40th year or something like that. So it's like traditionally a very, well-respected, very at times difficult. I'm not going to lie, we had such a big family weekend on things. I followed our results.
Right.
Didn't look to see all the teams that were listed there.
Right.
I know you will. But going out there and getting some wins is always a pretty good indicator on how you might do at our qualifier postseason-wise. But we went out there and not only got a couple wins, but Brody Doherty won the heavyweight division as probably one of the lighter heavyweights, right? Richard Leslie had an awesome showing. He came in second place.
Right.
Got himself into the finals. I know Matt Gashi-Brito ended up with 5 wins.
He lost his first match and then
battled back. So he has the one loss just like Richie, but ended up, the way it goes, ends up in third place, which I think is a huge showing. I mean, those are the main ones I saw, but Luke Evans had a pretty good effort.
He wrestled at 149 with Matt, and then they actually ended up wrestling against each other.
I missed that.
I think Luke won his first battle or his first bout, then lost, and then got matched up with Matt.
So when their invitationals or opens like that, that's what happens.
Right, yeah,
especially if they let you put multiple at the same weight class. That was pretty cool.
Connor on deck at 157, back wrestling after coming back from injury. Actually
dislocated his elbow.
Had a pretty good showing. I think finished one semi victory away from getting into the third place.
Really?
Match. So
that's awesome because he only got cleared 2 weeks ago, so he hasn't done anything in over a month.
I was shocked that he got cleared. He's a miracle, I tell him, when he comes into the weight room.
So he was like the rare case where when you dislocate it, there's always like a certain bone that gets either chipped or whatever, and he didn't.
Right.
Good for him.
He gets like the weirdest things.
Yeah, no,
but he's always shouldered up. So
he works his tail off though, so I'm glad he's back.
Danny, you would know better than I do. Has there ever been a time in our short history that we've had someone win?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I think I can't recall.
Right.
The only one I would think of would have been Nate White, and I don't know that we were out there for that yet. Like I don't know if the year Nate was there, we might have been, but Nate was the only one. He was the only one that we've had as an All-American here at 133. But I don't recall anybody coming away from there with the champion. But I could be wrong, but if I have to think that hard, it's probably not.
It's the first time since I've
let
been
alone
here.
first or second, right? You know what I mean?
First time in 5 years that I've been
for
here.
you. So I think it was a strong team showing too.
Right. Yep.
It really was. And like you said, Brody wrestled really well. He was 4-0. He had, I think, 3 pinfalls and then 1 with a decision at the end. I think it was 10-5 or something like that. And it was a match he was pretty much in control in from the start. So just really, really impressive.
And you go out there with a full roster plus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
when
plus a couple. Yeah, because you had
2 at the same weight class.
Well, they had 3 wrestling in heavyweight. You had Brody, who obviously won it, but Nick Christie was also wrestling at it, and Jason Barrero also got an opportunity to wrestle too. So.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, so that's why this event's really good too, because they allow you to enter not just 1 per weight class.
Yeah, you get multiple.
All 17 of our people wrestled.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is great.
Hell yeah. Like to have 17.
This is a PG version.
Sorry, heck yeah. But yeah, I was happy, and I mean it's tough because you're driving out to Niagara in the vans. You know, they're staying overnight, which is good. It's different, but to get up early and do those things is I'm happy for them.
And then speaking of driving, the women were at it. Sunday. Yesterday or a couple days ago.
Yeah, the Muhlenberg Novice Open. Which is nice that they did that too. I don't know if this is like the second year they do it, but it's for programs for colleges and teams with newer programs, and requirement of no more than X amount of years and things like that. And what Haley Shoemaker won her pool, was 3-0, because the way they did it was a round robin style, different pools. But in her pool at 180, she wrestled down at 180, went 3-0, finished first, and the Falcons ended up with, I think it was 48 team points or something like that, which put them at sixth. So
nice.
pretty good finish altogether.
Yeah. And what we went with 7. I think we had participating, and it was cool the way they had their mats set up so that you can, kind of see, like you didn't know what was going on, but like our uniforms are so distinct, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I could tell, and it was funny. And I actually saw the match right before you said Matt's side. I saw the one before it. I couldn't tell you who it was. Like, I'm not going to lie. But she was whooping some girl's butt. Like, she let her up, flipped her back down. All of a sudden, it was over. I was all
right. Michelle Pastozacco went 2-1, picked up a victory towards the end, a pinfall victory for her at 182, or at 180. So she was able to do that. I think everybody got a win at one point. Skylar Benninger picked up a win. Lauren Hill picked up a win. Mary Henry picked up one.
That's great.
Haley Fessler also got a victory. So everybody that wrestled picked up at least a win in their 3 matches. So.
And they're back at it
this weekend, right?
Yeah. So they head up to Onondaga Community College for men and women on Saturday, and that'll wrap up their, fall semester.
Right.
And see what happens. But so far, everything's looking like it's going pretty good. It's good to, and the best thing I can say is from I'm a big team guy in general, and wrestling is an individual but team sport. Individual but team because you're in the room together. Those guys and girls programs really both support each other really well.
They do, yeah.
That's a true testament to John Fox, Kate Fox, and Kevin Brzezinski to build that camaraderie. Yep. It's really cool.
Yeah, it is. All right, and then staying on the men's and women's theme, basketball, men. I know we played Saturday because I was here.
That's the only game we played.
That's the only game the men had, right?
Because they were supposed to play when we were filming. They were supposed to play on Tuesday, but that got pushed back because of snow. But that game was their only game that they played, but it was a big win.
Yes. Regional wins are always nice.
Yeah, but especially against a team like Middlesex, who's kind of been in amongst us there, and they always seem to have trouble here, though. Our guys have really played well here.
Yeah.
So it was a good win.
Awesome.
Held that in the end. Yaska, played pretty well, and then contributions, across the board from Noah Elias and
Xavier Spears had a good game.
Xavier Spears had probably his best game as a Falcon.
Oh, really? So. That's good to hear.
Yeah, because what was it? 16 points for him.
I think so. Yeah.
Yaks had 18. Elijah Smith, who got the start, Smith got the start. He ended up with 13 points.
Right.
Had a really good start to the game. Noah Elias at 10. Kind of contributions up and down the lineup after that, just in terms of guys kind of stepping up and making shots. But they shot over 50% for the game. They built a lead that got as high as 19, if I'm not mistaken. And got a little tight towards the end there,
Coach decided to sub some guys out and kind of
Got a little interesting, huh?
we got diminished a little bit quickly, and
Went
then
from
we
10
threw some
to
guys
4.
back in there, and it was okay.
There's no better feeling I could say as a former bench player myself. There's no better feeling than forcing the starters to come back into the game.
Right.
so if nothing else, Middlesex got a little moral victory.
Well, I take it on the other end. There's nothing better than being a starter and then having to go back in after the bench guys can't close it. No offense, Ferg.
And that's
And then and then the men are back at it yesterday or tomorrow, depending on your calendar.
Against Mercer.
Another
Mercer.
big Region 19 match against Mercer. Ferg, toss it there for us.
Mercer's been struggling, so it's going to be an interesting one. Mercer hasn't won yet.
So they haven't won, but like I went and looked, and it's like 1 point loss, I think 7 point, right, overtime,
and then
teams they've played, and
like,
it's like
scored 98 points against Raritan, but still lost.
right,
Like, it's,
yeah. So
let's see.
You never know. I mean, it's there. I could tell you. I mean, I don't know injury wise or anything like that, but they're always going to be prepared.
And they always seem to shoot well here.
They do.
Remember last year they came in. What was it last year or 2 years ago? They came in and shot the lights out and beat us by 30.
It was 2 years ago. I think we got the win last year here.
And then the men are Tuesday, and then Saturday they play Thursday.
They play Thursday. They're on the road at Penn State Scranton.
Oh, that's right.
Looking
On the
to
road at Penn
redeem
State
the loss from last year.
Yes, and then Saturday they are up at
SUNY Rockland.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
So as they wind up those.
So not a couple non-conference, but a chance obviously just to go up the road, like you said,
Sure.
Danny, try to avenge last year's loss to Penn State Scranton, and then go to Rockland, who played a couple tough games against us last year. We've managed to pull them out, but it's always an interesting battle up there. You know?
And it's always in the last couple of years we built like a good rapport with playing them. Right. So I mean, it's a good opportunity to go. A lot of respect between both programs.
Cool. And then our women, obviously they were canceled last Tuesday too, and then Region 19 matchup against Harcum on Thursday. They didn't go so well.
Harcum's good, man.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
And then,
I think I have Harcum slightly ahead of you.
I would
Union.
say so too. Yeah.
We just
I
saw
think
them.
so,
They're
too.
both really good.
Yeah.
I think slightly ahead. It's going to be. I'm interested to see what happens when they actually play
They're
each other.
pressure for both teams.
Right.
You know, I mean, just in general, and then obviously the game plan, and so it was tough for us to handle. Some of that pressure, but the kids, I'll give them credit. They've battled.
Well, yeah, to go to Saturday, they battled hard, and they just ran out of gas at the end as they dropped, closer in the Middlesex, closer than the score indicated.
Yeah, I mean,
but
you
the girls
go.
played really hard.
What was it, like 8 minutes without making a shot?
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, just the worst time you could do it. Especially when they were down 7. They needed to kind of make a couple shots to get close. Yeah.
But
just
Coach Ford
has
has them playing hard, and they're running offenses, and they were doing matchups on defense, and it's nice to see him working the sideline.
Rattle, like riddled, and
just not a big roster.
Numbers,
he wasn't left with a lot.
Yeah, Jana wasn't available on Saturday.
Right.
They obviously Desiree's down with injury too, so she wasn't there. So they were only down to 6 girls on Saturday. So it was. They're working hard. They're getting a lot of cardio in. Let's put it that way.
But they're at it Tuesday. Also, they lead off the doubleheader at 5 o'clock. Ferg again.
Mercer's receiving votes, was in the latest poll. So actually, not the ones that just came out. But.
Spoke with Director Grunman from Mercer, and he says the best Mercer team that they've had in many, many years. So
nice to see that.
Some consistency, because for a while they didn't feel the team for a year or two.
Yeah.
Then they did, and then they didn't. So it's nice to see that. So like we're not losing games like in terms of like competition during the year.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is always a struggle.
And then on
Saturday they are up at
Salem.
Right.
Down at Salem.
Or down at Salem.
Carney's
Sorry,
Point.
down at Salem. Yes.
Should be a competitive game. I think the girls our girls should have an opportunity to win that game, but because Salem hasn't had a great start to their year, but it's always very close between us and them.
Ride. They don't have a wood floor. I think it's one of the multi-purpose floors, or unless Salem has a wood.
I think they do have a wood
now.
floor, but they have that big field house.
Yeah, that's what it was. Right. Yeah.
So, all right, best of luck to our basketball athletes and wrestlers and stuff too. We'll take a little break. We'll be back, wrap it up.
Yeah, let's take a break and we'll come back.
Are you throwing anything in between to surprise anyone?
I don't know, because we haven't picked our athlete of the week yet. Right. I don't know that I'm going to try to get anybody in for athlete of the week since it is finals week, and I don't know who's here, / who's got finals, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So I imagine our athlete of the week is going to come from the world of wrestling.
I would imagine so too, yes. All right, we'll be back. Take play. All right, we are back in the Falcons corner. Just made an executive decision. Haley Shoemaker, Athlete of the Week.
Absolutely. First big opportunity in tournament for the girls.
Yes.
Or the women.
Yes.
To go out, and 2-1.
She gets my vote, though, too, because she's always in the weight room.
And she gets my vote. And since we're the host of the show, that's worth 2 each.
Ferg, you vote for her, too.
And she gets my vote because she's a two-sport athlete.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's
all
it.
right.
All right, good.
Stepped up when we needed her to.
All right,
Sure,
that's
sure.
a wrap. We got stuff to do. Right? You got stuff to do. I got stuff to do.
You have some eSport info?
Esports
Yeah.
info. Oh yeah, Tuesday night. Hopefully we can have something up on the show today about it. National Championship, Rocket League, playing in the National Championship. They got to be beaten twice to not get it. So let's hope they can get that victory. Either Iowa Western or Daytona State.
All right, no pressure. Just don't lose twice.
The
Go
fighting Bob
Falcons.
D's.
All right.
Fighting Bob D's.
Love to hear it.
All right.
Love to hear it. All right, best of luck to our Falcons. Stay warm out there,
Yeah.
everybody. All right, we'll see you next week. Last week we wrap it up. It's our holiday special.
That's right.
All right, we'll see you next week. Take flight.